Vladimir Putin has styled himself as a strongman, leading an invulnerable state. But last week, that image appeared to unravel as Ukraine's army captured a slice of Russia. What will this mean for Vladimir Putin and Russia's strategy? Mikhail Zygar is a former editor-in-chief of Russia's largest independent news channel, TV Rain. He left Russia in 2022 after the invasion of Ukraine. Welcome, Mikhail. Let me first ask you, what is Putin's strategy before we get to the incursion? What do you think what is his, what is his plan? What is his timetable?
He has been very much confident that everything is according to his plan. And actually, I've heard a lot that the initial plan was to have a huge success before the American presidential elections. And Russians were boasting with their capabilities to take city of Kharkiv, which is the second biggest city of Ukraine, by the end of the summer. And Putin has no one to blame except for himself, because he is really the person in charge of everything what's happening there. He has appointed himself, obviously, as the real Minister of Defense back in May this year.
So when he looks at this, do you think that this is a kind of strategic setback on the scale of something like the Prigozhin mutiny? How should we rate what has just happened in Kursk?
It's compared to Prigozhin's mutiny by many people. I don't think that for Putin it's the same on the same scale. I don't think that he is too dramatic about this, because I think he's clearly very delusional, and a lot of all of my sources in Moscow are very confident that they say that in a couple of days Russians will take back all the territories in Kursk region. They are very sure that it's not going to last long, and Ukrainians won't be able to hold all those territories at the same time, which means that they don't care about the civilian population. Russian army has only one method of taking territories, by destroying everything, everyone who lives there, all the buildings, all the houses. So obviously they will be trying to recapture all those territories by eliminating everyone, all the civilian population, and blaming Ukrainians.
Mikhail, let me just press you on one thing. I want to be clear that you're saying that the Russians, in retaking Kursk, will engage in such indiscriminate warfare, bombing, shelling, that they will be killing Russian civilians in doing so.
Yes, absolutely. I have no doubt that that's going to be their strategy.
Mikhail, let me ask you about the Russian population, civilian population. As best you can tell, you follow it all very closely. How is the Russian population, and probably what matters most is the population in cities like St. Petersburg and Moscow. How are they reacting to these developments? Are they aware of them?
I think they are aware, but we have seen that most Russians are trying hard to pretend that nothing is happening. That's the way how Russian propaganda wanted Russians to think about this war, and they achieved that. At least I would say 70% of the population prefers business as usual. They feel that the war is really far, that it doesn't affect them. It doesn't affect their everyday life. Russian economy is not collapsing, and a lot of people feel that they can go on.
You have said something very interesting, that for Putin, this is not a war for Ukraine. It's a war for Russia. Explain what you mean.
I don't think that he really needs to occupy all Ukrainian territory. It's much more a symbolic act of restore Russia's greatness of the Russian Empire, to make Russia great again. That's his real slogan. And now he feels that the war is that's the best method to consolidate the nation, to mobilize the nation, and to make sure that there is no dissent, that everyone is loyal and silent and is afraid. So yeah, that's the best way for him to keep the whole country under his control. And yes, and he's interested to continue this war as long as he can. And that's why when a lot of Ukrainians say that they do not believe that President Putin could be serious when he's speaking about possible negotiations, yeah, for him, any ceasefire, any negotiations is only a pause, because he is interested to get. He's interested to have the whole Russia under his control, and continuing this war is the only method to make sure that he's there forever.
Mikhail, pleasure to talk to you. Thank you so much for these insights.
Thank you. Thank you.
Next on GPS, in recent years, Democrats have struggled to appeal to rural voters. Could all that change with Tim Walz on the ticket? We will explore when we come back.